It's illegal, it's immoral, it's unethical, it's sophomoric, it's petulant, and it's par for the course.
Well, not happy about it. California Governor Gavin Newsom slamming the president for proposing the busing of illegal immigrants into sanctuary cities.
So why are Democrats now refusing to stand by their own sanctuary policies?
Joining us now to talk about this, Republican strategist Jen Kearns. Let's pull up a map here real quick showing all the states in this country that have some kind of sanctuary policy. The message has been, you know, the president might not like illegal immigrants, but in these states, we do. We welcome you. Is the president calling a big bluff on this policy?
I think so. And here's the real irony. Gavin Newsom doesn't appear to want to take these illegal immigrants in. That's highly ironic. He has run his political career for over the last decade on this very policy platform. And sometimes you're not sure where a politician stands on the issue. Gavin Newsom has been very clear on this. He said in his first State of the State address this past February, in his first 2 or 3 minutes of his speech, he said one of his top priorities is taking care of illegal immigrants, protecting them. In a Twitter spat last year with the president when he was on the campaign trail running for governor of California, Gavin said that these are California values to take in more illegal immigrants. And in 2007, when he was mayor of San Francisco, the first sanctuary city in the U.S., Gavin Newsom actually handed out city ID cards to help people from being deported by the federal authorities.
Here's your chance, right?
Here's your chance. And here's what I think is really going on. People like Gavin have seen over the last decade that this plan actually has some problems. Somebody's got to pay for this. In the case of California, the California taxpayers are footing the bill. You look at even in his own State of the State address this year, he talked about how concerned he was about a hepatitis A outbreak in the border town of San Diego. He talked about a typhus outbreak in the very heavily illegal immigrant county of Los Angeles. This is a disease that hasn't been around since the medieval times. And in 2008, Gavin Newsom, when he was mayor, shielded an illegal immigrant criminal who had already committed several crimes. His name was Edwin Ramos. He shielded him. Edwin Ramos came back to kill 3 people on Gavin Newsom's watch. So there is a cost to this.
Yeah, but a lot of people do think it quite petty to go about it in this manner. Now, on the other hand, you understand that the president's not able to get anything done because he doesn't have any help from people on the left, right? So he's kind of at this standstill. So I get that. But the other end of this is, look, we just had that map up where Pennsylvania has sanctuary cities. I'm a resident of Pennsylvania. I don't necessarily believe in sanctuary cities. So then you're putting other people who don't want that, who don't believe in that, at risk.
Right, it's true. And you look at the victims often of new crimes from illegal immigrants who come here. President Trump is right, as controversial as it sounds. Sometimes they're not sending us their best. Those counties that suffer the most, and we've seen this in FBI crime reports and local law enforcement crime reports, are often the Hispanic community. So they're actually hurting the very people that they claim they're trying to help.
Let's read a tweet here. This is from Cher, a huge anti-Trump critic with a huge following. I understand helping struggling immigrants, but my city, Los Angeles, isn't taking care of its own. What about the 50,000 plus citizens who live on the streets, people who live below poverty line and hungry? My state can't take care of its own. Many are vets. How can it take care of more? They call it pie in the sky politics. Gavin Newsom is a pro at this. Stand up there, tell everybody that everything's going to be incredible, that we can do all these amazing things, but then reality hits. And when it has to be implemented, all of a sudden you get the Cher tweet.
Yes.
From pie in the sky to the reality.
That's right. And Cher is absolutely correct. You look at the city of San Francisco under Gavin Newsom himself, there's been a spike in homelessness. You can't walk down the street without tripping over a hypodermic needle. The announcer on the BART, the Bay Area Rapid Transit, like the MTA here in New York City, will tell you to check your seat for hypodermic needles before you sit down. There are real problems facing Californians in some of these big cities. Los Angeles, Skid Row, homelessness has skyrocketed there to the point now where they're just letting people camp on the street without a penalty of being arrested. So a lot of problems facing that state. Bringing in more people doesn't help. You've already got the roads congested, the highways crumbling, the roads crumbling there. It's a big problem.
I'll certainly continue to follow and see how it plays out. Jen, thank you.
Thank you.
It is about 18.